Okay, gentlemen, I want a good, clean fight. When I say break, break, to pick us up all the time. Okay, so the knockdown, go the furthest distance the corner, wait for my command to come back out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you get your 8 kicks. Shake hands, good luck, and God bless you, okay?
We've got a good one for you. 8 rounds of super lightweight action. From Brussels, Belgium, standing 5'5", 134 pounds. His record is 23-1. The Intercontinental Champion, Billy Nesradine. He'll be going against a former boxing champion, current world champion in the lightweight ISKA. He is 33-2, 19 knockouts from Dallas, Texas. Troy, the Destroyer, Dorsey. 8 rounds. Non-title bout from Reno, Nevada. Dorsey in the black. One of the legends in this sport, Mike, is Troy Dorsey.
Okay, wait. Whoa. Watch, hit the back of the head.
Troy Dorsey is a legend in kickboxing. The greatest lightweight kickboxer since Benny Urquidez. Has not fought since April of 1994. He fought live on pay-per-view, defended his ISKA title on that contest.
Low blow. Nesradine drops his mouthpiece. Time is called by Chuck Simonini. And they're going to bring a stool in for Billy Nesradine to sit down, but he is hurting big time.
It appears from the adjustment we just saw that Nesradine's his groin protector was knocked completely out of place by that punch.
See if we can find out what happened.
Here.
Came across with a glancing blow with his heel, did Dorsey, and that just took it out of place.
Yes, I'm sorry, it was not a punch at all. It was a side kick, and that facial expression tells it all.
Says it all.
Billy Nesradine is one tough fighter. He's ready to go.
We continue round 1. The axe kick comes down on Dorsey.
Both fighters say the spinning back kick is their favorite technique, and we've seen it from each of them here in the first round. Scored well also.
Go to the head.
Dorsey's only losses. One early in his career, one 2 years ago.
They're going to call a knockdown by Dorsey on Nesradine.
Walk out to me.
Nesradine seems unfazed.
Did not hit him solidly, but technically it was a knockdown. The force of the blow put him on the canvas.
Fight out. Watch the holding. Let go of the arm. Fight out.
That spinning hook kick landed. Nesradine wants to show he's got it too. Tremendous action here in the first round.
Good right hand on Nesradine's chin. Slip by Dorsey. Welcome to Reno, Nevada and the Reno Hilton. I'm Lon McCarron along with Mike Sawyer, and Julie Lynch has joined us as well. Mike, we expected main event action, and we certainly got all of that in round 1.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see Troy Dorsey in the ring. He's one of the most active fighters out there, distinguished as the only kickboxer to also hold a boxing world title at the same time. Troy Dorsey, it's great to have him here, and he looks terrific already.
Billy Nesradine has his work cut out for him because he knows that Troy Dorsey is a legend. He also has to overcome a low blow from that first round. Here's a look from first round action of Dorsey's spinning back kick.
He says it's his favorite technique. No doubt one of his best. He sets it up with a front leg side kick. Here's the spin. He's countering off the lead leg kick by Nesradine. Brings it up high, lands with the back of the heel. That actually is a spinning hook kick. The only thing that kept it from hitting harder is Dorsey lost his footing on his own support leg.
Round 2 now, scheduled for 8.
Go the leg, let go the leg.
Nesradine in the red pants.
All right. Fight out. Hey, wait. Step back. Watch the leg.
Full contact rules. Have to kick above the waist.
No.
1992, Dorsey held the IBF World Featherweight Boxing title as well as the ISKA World Featherweight title. Needless to say, his hands are excellent.
Let go, break back. Hey, let go the leg.
The only man ever to do that, too. Hold both kickboxing and boxing world title at the same time. But a lot of people forget he was a very accomplished kickboxer before he found his prime as a boxer.
No. No, watch the holding. Watch the holding on the neck. Watch the inside of the leg, too. One more time.
Troy Dorsey's only loss in the last 9 years was a non-title bout, 2 weight divisions above his own. Beautiful spinning hook kick by Dorsey.
Let go. Watch the back of the head.
Dorsey is a world champion in the ISKA, but in the lightweight division, we are fighting in the super lightweight division tonight, so it's a non-title bout.
Were they in the lightweight division, it would have to be a title fight.
I don't know. Watch the leg. Okay.
Poorly executed sweep by Nesradine.
Half a point taken.
Referee Chuck Seminini is taking away a point from Nesradine for that sweep. It was from the inside out on the leg. Very dangerous.
That is round 2. It's been entertaining.
ISKA Kickboxing, the 21st century super sport. Your favorite fighters, your favorite fights, your favorite knockouts. ISKA Kickboxing on home video. Have your credit card ready to order. Call 1-800-972-6021. Just $19.95 per tape. Get a $5 discount for each additional tape you order. Call now 1-800-972-6021 and bring home the excitement.
Hi, I'm here with Troy Dorsey's wife, Leslie. Leslie, how's it feel watching the fight?
It's exciting.
What do you think so far?
He's doing great. Kicks look good, and he's strong. He's doing good.
You've seen him fight a lot. Are you used to it now?
No.
You'll always be nervous.
Hey, yes, ma'am. I will.
Okay, thank you so much, Leslie.
Thank you.
Back to Lon.
Well, she does look nervous, doesn't she? I can understand that. There is her husband, Troy the Destroyer Dorsey. And even with a rep that he brings, I'm sure anybody who's family to him is going to be worried anytime somebody's in the ring.
Well, through most of 17 years of kickboxing, Leslie Dorsey has stood by her husband. They have 2 daughters, 6 years old and 1 year old. These days, Troy Dorsey spends a lot of his time at his studios, the Dorsey International Karate Studios in Dallas and in Arlington, Texas.
Dorsey on the attack. No. Nesradine really having trouble with his footing.
Nesradine's trying to match Dorsey kick for kick, but he's not aggressive with the kicks. He's leaning back. He's trying to avoid getting hit with counter punches if he misses. That's taking him off balance.
Come on, guys. Come here. Come on, we got to start working good technique and things. Okay, I know, but too many flips in a row. Let's get a clean fight. Come on, let's go down, work technique, look good. Ready?
Chuck Seminini is telling both fighters to just settle down a little bit, make a fight out of it. Don't showboat.
Get off the rope, get off the rope, get off.
Also warning Nesradine not to drop to the canvas to avoid being hit. Troy Dorsey showing what made him a champion.
In both boxing and kickboxing.
Hey, bring the knee up, bring it above the knee, kick above the knee. Fight out. Come on. Whoa, time. The forearm, okay? You gotta hit the glove, not the forearm. Okay?
Nesradine getting his share of lectures. They're going to take time. They're going to check a cut now, I believe, on Troy Dorsey's head. You see the blood coming down from the scalp.
Go over here. That was an illegal blow.
That spinning back fist hit on the forearm rather than on the glove. The cut is high up on the head.
I don't know. We'll find out. Can you continue?
They're not likely to stop it for that cut unless the bleeding won't stop.
They will continue. That is the end of round 3, and it's been eventful so far. Let's go to Julie Lynch with some thoughts.
Even though Billy's been chastised for being a little bit irregular with his leg kicks, he really is such a gentleman. He said to me yesterday that he was very nervous about the fight, but that it was his honor, purely his honor, to be able to fight such a champion, and he hoped that he just made it through all 8 rounds. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Julie. There is the corner of Billy Nesradine. And let's take a look at a little bit of action from round 3.
Spinning hook kick hits high up on the head of Nesradine. This is the cut coming up. Nesradine's trying to set up the spinning back fist. Instead, lands with the forearm or possibly the elbow.
I think it was the elbow was so high in the scalp, the cut was on Dorsey.
Troy Dorsey had an operation several years ago to remove scar tissue above his eyes. He'd had a lot of trouble with cuts. That operation was successful. Hasn't been cut since. Good spinning back kick by Nesradine. You got to hand it to Billy Nesradine. Although he's a very experienced kickboxer, Troy Dorsey is the best as they come. Nesradine took this fight on relatively short notice. He's given a good account of himself.
Dorsey's attack is relentless. It's effective and crowd-pleasing at the same time.
That cut on Dorsey's head may be making him a little more aggressive, wanting to get in there, get the fight over with, rather than risk being TKO'd.
Nesradine is down, but not a knockdown.
Calling that a slip.
The bleeding has stopped in the scalp, but surely would open up if it gets hit.
Notwithstanding what I just said, though, I think if a fight was 25 rounds long, Troy Dorsey would go forward just like he is now for the entire fight. He only knows one speed and one direction.
Once again, Nesradine backed into a corner, literally and figuratively.
That is a knockdown. I think it was a body shot.
Walk to me. Okay.
Nesradine's not a quitter.
Dorsey is a finisher. Troy Dorsey has Billy Nesradine on the ropes. We'll be back to continue this battle in just a moment. Back in Reno for round 5.
The bleeding has stopped from the cut on Troy Dorsey's forehead.
Bring your kick up one more time on the call. Hey, take a point. Bring that kick up.
Another low blow struck by Dorsey onto Nesradine.
Troy Dorsey's a little rusty, Lon. He's been out of the ring for a year and a half. First thing that you see is kicks will go a little awry.
As bad as the low kicks are, Nesradine could be in more trouble if Dorsey starts getting those kicks up.
Dorsey is just so accurate with his techniques, particularly his kicks. As long as they're above the waist, they're landing in good target areas.
And the cut has opened up again on Dorsey's scalp.
It's attended to furiously between rounds. His corner trying to stop that. That was a good spinning back fist. That landed on the glove.
Kick up, kick up. Allow. Kick up, bring your kick up.
There is a warrior.
Fight out, fight out, fight out.
Nesradine fighting back. Doesn't have the power that Dorsey has, but he's game.
Nesradine has to keep moving. And that caught him. A right cross.
4, 5,
Long overhand right by Dorsey. Flush on the nose of Nesradine.
9, 10.
That's it. That one puts Billy Nesradine down for good, and Troy, the Destroyer Dorsey, continues his legend. Nesradine testing the jaw. If he had his mouth open when he was hit, he might have broken it.
Dorsey measuring his opponent, leaps in, full power on that punch, and it may have broken his jaw, but I don't think he'd have gotten up anyway.
Let's go up to ring announcer Steve Sachs.
The fight has stopped at 2 minutes and 53 seconds of the 5th round. For the winner by knockout and still the ISKA lightweight champion of the world, Troy, the Destroyer Dorsey.